5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. The influence of media on society has been a subject of intense debate for many years. Songs and movies have a powerful impact on the way people think, feel, and behave. They not only reflect cultural values, but also shape them. In recent times, there has been a growing concern about the way drugs and alcohol are portrayed in songs and movies. These forms of entertainment often glamorize substance use, presenting it as fashionable, desirable, or even necessary for a certain lifestyle. This portrayal can be misleading and dangerous, especially for younger audiences. Therefore, songs and movies that depict drugs and alcohol in a positive or careless manner should be censored for the greater good of society. Media holds a significant place in modern life, especially among the youth who are still developing their understanding of the world. When songs contain lyrics that glorify the use of drugs and alcohol, or when movies show characters drinking or using narcotics without consequences, it sends a harmful message. It creates an illusion that substance use is normal, fun, and without risk. This can encourage impressionable minds to experiment with these substances, often without being fully aware of the dangers involved. Censorship is necessary to filter out such content and protect vulnerable individuals from being misled. There is a tendency in popular culture to associate drug use and alcohol consumption with success, wealth, and status. In songs, artists may boast about excessive drinking, partying, or using various substances as a symbol of living a carefree or luxurious life. In movies, protagonists may be shown using drugs or drinking heavily, yet still succeeding in their personal and professional lives. These portrayals fail to show the harsh realities of addiction, health deterioration, legal troubles, and the emotional and psychological toll that substance abuse often brings. Without censorship, such content becomes a misleading guide to behavior for many viewers and listeners. Censorship of such harmful portrayals is not about restricting freedom of expression but about ensuring social responsibility. Artists and filmmakers have a powerful platform, and with it comes a certain duty. They influence public opinion and societal behavior more than most people realize. If this influence is used recklessly, it can lead to a rise in substance abuse and the normalization of harmful lifestyles. Censorship acts as a check to ensure that creative content does not cross the line into promoting harmful behaviors. Another significant concern is the effect of uncensored content on children and teenagers. At a young age, individuals are highly impressionable and tend to imitate what they see or hear, especially when it comes from popular or admired figures. When songs filled with references to drug use and alcohol play on television, radio, or the internet without restriction, it increases the risk of early exposure to harmful ideas. Similarly, when movies show substance use without consequences, it fails to teach young viewers about the potential dangers and can lead them to believe that such actions are acceptable. This can result in early experimentation and possibly a lifetime of struggle with addiction. Censorship helps in limiting this exposure and protecting young minds from adopting harmful habits. Moreover, substance abuse is a serious issue that affects millions of people across the globe. It leads to health problems, broken families, accidents, and even death. When songs and movies treat the topic lightly or make it appear glamorous, it shows a lack of respect for those who suffer from addiction and for the families who have lost loved ones to substance-related problems. Censorship can ensure that the portrayal of drugs and alcohol in media is handled with the seriousness it deserves. This can also open the door for more honest and educational discussions about substance use rather than romanticizing it. There is also a link between media portrayals and real-life behavior. Numerous studies have shown that people, especially adolescents, who are regularly exposed to media that features substance use are more likely to try these substances themselves. This direct correlation is alarming. Songs that repeatedly reference drinking or drug use can make these activities seem not only acceptable but also enjoyable and necessary for social acceptance. Censorship helps to cut down on this exposure and breaks the cycle of normalization. It serves as a form of prevention that can reduce the likelihood of new cases of substance abuse developing. Opponents of censorship often argue that it stifles creativity and artistic freedom. While freedom of expression is important, it is equally important to consider the impact that expression has on public health and safety. A balance must be struck. Censorship does not mean banning all references to drugs and alcohol. It means regulating the way these subjects are portrayed, ensuring that they are not shown in a way that promotes or encourages harmful behavior. Responsible portrayal can include showing the negative consequences of substance use, offering a more realistic view rather than a glamorized one. There are already guidelines in place in many parts of the world for rating movies and warning about explicit content. However, these guidelines are often not strict enough or are not properly enforced. Many songs that glamorize substance use are played on public platforms without any restriction, making it easy for children and teenagers to access them. A stronger system of censorship can help by limiting when and where such content is available. For example, restricting such songs and scenes to adult audiences or adding clear warnings and messages about the dangers of substance abuse can make a significant difference. In addition to censorship, there should also be efforts to promote positive alternatives in media. Artists and filmmakers can be encouraged to create content that celebrates healthy lifestyles, positive relationships, and responsible behavior. When media reflects constructive values, it can have a powerful and lasting impact. Censorship is only one part of the solution. The ultimate goal should be to create a media environment where substance use is not glorified, but where real issues are addressed in a thoughtful and educational manner. Stop.